The next function we have is the posted by function. Now, I like to think of it as the pivot by function because what it will do is it will pivot our entire population, right, into categories that we specify. So if we select a specific column, it will pivot it by that column and it will tell us the count of each of those items in in our population. Now, the reason why it's called posted by is because this is normally used to have a look at how many transactions a specific person has posted within a year. So let's have a look at both of those instances where we can use it. First, with looking at a posted by. So if we navigate to the audit toolbar into our sampling and analytics. Right here, we will see the posted by function. We'll click on posted by, and as we see, the only thing we are asked for is the header. So the header we will select in this case is going to be our posted by, meaning which individual is responsible for this transaction. We then go ahead and press OK. And what we will see is that the audit toolbar is going to pull this information out into a pivot table, and then it's going to tell us how many numbers of transactions each of these individuals have, right? So now we have an idea of seeing, okay, how many transactions Daisy, Frank, John, Louise, Peter, and Sarah have posted. Now, if we were expecting that John was supposed to only post two journals every month, right, according to whatever the system description is that we receive, we would then be able to identify from this that something is not right here. And so that is how we would use the posted by function purely for posted by. Now, let's have a look at how we can use this otherwise. In the same way that we did this based on posted by, we're going to use any other column, right? So let's say we're going to use day of the week, right? So that we can see how many transactions have been processed on each day of the week. Now that we have a look at the actual results of the function, we can see that on Monday and Tuesday they post quite a lot, right? Then that dips significantly between Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then again, very oddly, on Saturday and Sunday, it increases again quite significantly. So that kind of would get us an idea of how the processing of their journals work. And if this is in line with the understanding of the business, then this would give us proof that what they've given, that what the understanding that we've obtained is in line. But if it isn't, then this would be something that we could further try and understand and see if what we were told might not be the case. Perfect. Now, that's just one of the instances that you can use this pivot table with, right? And if you are familiar with pivot tables, this function is going to help you significantly. So I suggest you go ahead, YouTube maybe one or two videos, just very quick 5-minute videos on how to use a pivot table, because that's going to help you to manipulate this data a lot more. Just to give you an example, we can go ahead and I can say, okay, I want posted by. I want to see all of these transactions. Who's the one that's posting these entries on which day? And then I can move that into my columns. And what we will see is that it will now split this up into each individual column for each individual that's been posting journals. Another thing we can do with our pivot table is maybe we want to say that we want actually to only look at our source ledger that is coming from bank and cash, right? Then we can go and put a filter on bank and cash. And again, we can still see the information, but now it is only relevant to bank and cash. So again, I urge you to go ahead, to do a very quick refresher on how to use pivot tables, and that will help you a lot with these functions. Perfect. Let's head on to the next one.